Hello everyone, good morning to all. Welcome to the new session of our e-learning class of UN Autonomous College of Science and Technology. I am Rashmi Ranjan Mishra, lecturer and a head of the department of BBA, UN Autonomous College of Science and Technology. Today I am going to discuss relating to basic financial accounting. So on today's discussion, we are going to discuss how to write the journal entry. So before discussing that preparation of a journal, let me tell to you frankly everybody that to write the journal in books of journal, you must have a clear understanding how to write that journal entry, and you must have a clear and a proper understanding of relating to the rules and regulation of double entry system. So that means what are the accounts and what is the rule relating to that accounts. So basically there are three types of accounts. One is personal account, second one is real account, third one is nominal account. So personal account that relates to persons, whether that persons may be natural personal account or artificial persons or that represent two persons. So relating to that personal account, we must have a clear understanding the rules relating to that personal account. That means debit is the receiver and credit is the giver. Then come to real account. Real account means the accounts which are related to assets and properties. That may be tangible and intangible. So that real accounts, the rule relating to the real account is debit, what comes in, and credit, what goes out. That means what comes into the business, enters into the business, that account must have to be debited, and what goes out from the business, that account must be credited. Then another one is that is nominal account. That means the accounts which relates to all expenses, incomes, gains or losses, that is called as a nominal account. And the rules relating to the nominal account is debit all losses and expenses, credit all incomes and gains. So these are the three classification of accounts and the rules relating to the accounts. So this is the rule relating to the double entry system. If anybody having that rules, or if the persons concerned, those are preparing the journal entry, they have a clear understanding that these are the accounts and the rules relating to the accounts, then at any time they can prepare the journal entry. There will be no problem. So on today's class, I have taken a small problem relating to the journal entry or preparation of a journal books of accounts. So how that accounts or the journal entry will be passed in journal entry or in the books of accounts, that we have discussed. So you watch my video on today's class. If you are having any doubt, then you can ask me in the comment section. So to write the journal in the form of a journal entry, you must have a good understanding relating to the format of a journal. Then this format is like the format of journal. So this is the date column, then the next one is particulars column, then ledger folio, next two, that is amount column, debit amount and credit amount. So the first column, that is relating to the date, that means on a particular date the transaction which have affected to the business, we have to mention that in the date column. The next column, that is relating to particulars, that means we have to entry the journal entry in the particulars column. Next one is LF, that stands for ledger folio. That means that indicates the page number of the respective accounts which is debited and the respective accounts which are credited. If the page number mentioned in the question or in the problem, that have to be mentioned in the ledger folio column. Then the fourth column, that is amount debit, and the fifth one is amount credit. The account which is debited, respective to that the amount must have been mentioned in the debit amount column, and the accounts which are credited relating to that accounts, the amount must have to be mentioned in the credit column. And as per the dual aspect concept, every transaction having two aspects, that is one debit aspect, another one is credit aspect, and where there is a debit there must be a corresponding credit, and the amount of a debit must equal to the amount of credit. As per that principle we have to go through that and prepare the journal entry. So there is one problem mentioned in the question, that is very simple problem. We have to work out that problem based upon the journal entry. How that journal entry will be prepared, we will discuss one by one. Mr. X has the following transaction in the month of April. Write the journal entry for the transaction. So the owner is Mr. X. So in the front column or the at the time of preparing the journal entry, we have to mention on the top of the format of a journal, books of Mr. X. Then that is the transaction has been continued in the month of April. We have to be mentioned one by one. The first transaction, which is made on 10th April, the transaction is commenced business with cash of rupees 2 lakhs. So when we have to maintain that transaction in the books of accounts, we have to a clear understanding relating to the procedure for journalizing. That means we have already discussed in our last class what are the procedure for preparation of a journal entry. The first one is identify the aspects involved in the transaction. Then the second one is determine the accounts to which these aspects relate. Then apply the rule of a debit and a credit corresponding to that accounts. And the fourth one is write in the proper format as per the journal entry. So one by one we have to discuss the transaction relating to the procedure of preparing the journal entry. The first transaction is made on April 10th. So in the date column we have to mention 10th April or 10/4/2021, the year which is mentioned. As per that we have to mention it in the date column. So commenced business with cash, when the owner started the business during the initial period, that is called as commenced business, and in that case the amount contributed by the owner is called as the capital of the business, and the amount which is contributed by the business or contributed by the owner, that is in the form of a cash, and the cash enters into the business. So when we analyze this transaction, we must have to take into consideration one aspect, that is cash, and another one is started business means amount contributed by the owner, that is called as a capital, and the respective amount relating to cash and capital is 2 lakhs. So cash, that is coming under real account, capital that is called coming under personal account, representing personal account. And as per the real account, debit what comes in. So cash here comes into the business, so cash account must be debited, and capital, that means the amount is given by the owner, so debit is the receiver, credit is the giver. So capital account must have to be credited, and the journal entry is cash account debit to capital account or X capital account, and the amount is debit 2 lakhs and credit amount is also 2 lakhs. This is the procedure for preparing the journal entry. After putting the journal, we have to mention a narration, that means the short description about the journal, which is always started with being started business. So complete this transaction, complete. We have to make a straight line after the narration over. Then the next transaction, that is made on 11th April. The transaction is purchased goods from Bhiru for rupees 20,000. So when goods are purchased, and in that case the name of the person is mentioned, we assume that that is a case of a credit transaction. So purchase means either the goods are purchased in the form of a cash or in the form of a credit. So here no cash is mentioned, but the amount of a transaction is made, and that is made from Bhiru. So that means the supplier or the creditor's name here it is mentioned, so we assume that is a case of a credit transaction. So when goods are purchased, that means goods enter into the business, so purchase account must be credited as per the real account, and Bhiru, the supplier who gives, and Bhiru is a person, so credit is the giver as per the personal account. So we have to be entry that purchase account debit to Bhiru account, because Bhiru is the supplier and Bhiru is a person, and as per personal account Debit is the receiver, credit is the giver. Bhiru gives means Bhiru is the giver, so Bhiru account credit, and a goods comes into the business, so purchase account debit, and the amount is 20,000. Then the narration is being goods purchased on credit. The transaction complete. A straight line is made. Then 13th April, purchased goods for cash for rupees 15,000. Here goods are purchased in the form of a cash. So goods comes into the business, that means purchase account debit, and when cash is paid, that means cash goes out from the business, and cash is a real account, and it follows coming under the real account means debit what comes in, credit what goes out. So cash goes out means cash account must be credited. And on 13th April, the transaction is purchase account debit to cash account. The amount is 15,000. Being goods purchased on cash. The next one is 17th April, sold goods to Tarun for rupees 15,000. So here person's name is mentioned, and it is a case of a sale of goods. So when person concerned is mentioned, then we assume that is a credit transaction. That means goods sold on credit. That means no cash comes into the business. And when goods sold, that means there is a case of income. So that coming under the nominal account, and as per the nominal account, debit all losses and expenses, credit all incomes and gain. So as it is one type of income, so sales account must be credited, and to goods sold to Tarun means Tarun is the receiver and Tarun is coming under personal account, and the rule of personal account is debit is the receiver, so Tarun account is debited, and the transaction is made on 17th April. The transaction is Tarun account debit being the receiver to sales account being it is a income, and the amount is rupees 10,000. So Tarun account debit 10,000 to sales account debit credit 10,000 being goods sold on credit. The transaction complete. Then the next is on 19th April, sold goods for cash. So here the amount comes into the business and it is a cash transaction. So when sale of goods take place in the form of a cash, so cash comes into the business and cash is coming under a real account, debit what comes in. So cash account debit, and the goods sold means there is a case of income and that is coming under nominal account, credit all income and gain, so sales account credit, and the amount is 20,000. We have to put it debit 20,000 and credit 20,000. The narration is being goods sold on cash. Complete. Then on 22, there is another transaction, return goods to Bhiru for rupees 3,000. So when goods are returned, it is a case of a purchase return. That means we purchase goods from certain person and we return that goods to that particular person. That is a case of purchase return, because when the goods are not as per our specification or there is any defective, then the goods must have to be returned to the person concerned from whom that is purchased. So return goods to Bhiru. Bhiru, we have purchased goods from Bhiru on 11th April, but due to some specific reason that is not as per our sample, we have to return it on 22 April. So that is a case of a purchase return. So when goods are purchased and again that is returned, then the reverse entry of purchase transaction is made in case of a purchase return. So in case of a purchase, there is a transaction is purchase account debit to Bhiru account, but here the reverse entry is made Bhiru account debit to purchase return account, because goods returned. That means the purchase account that is cancelled, and in that case another account that is purchase return or return outward. So when goods are returned to Bhiru, that means Bhiru receives that, and a Bhiru account as per personal account must be debited. 22 April Bhiru account debit to purchase return account, and the amount is rupees 3000. Being goods returned, being goods purchased and returned, the transaction complete. Then the next transaction is made on 23 April. The transaction is goods returned from Tarun. That means we sold goods to Tarun on 17th April, but due to his some problem or not according to his sample, he returned that goods to our organization. So as that is a case of a sale, it is a case of a sales return. So the transaction which is made on 17th April, the reverse entry is made on 23 April. That means the 17th April transaction Tarun account debit, but here Tarun account is credited because goods returned by Tarun. That means Tarun is the giver and Tarun is a personal account. So sales return account debit to Tarun account, being goods sold and returned. The amount of a transaction is rupees 1000. So this transaction complete. Then the next transaction is made on 25th April. Goods taken by Mr. X for personal use. So X is the owner. X withdraw the goods from the business for his personal account or personal use. So when owner withdraw the goods from the business for personal account that or personal use, that is a case of a drawings, and in that case drawings account debit, and goods when it is taken, that means the purchase account must have to be credited. Either the owner withdraw the goods for personal use or withdraw the cash for personal use from the business. So whatever may be, whether that is a case of a goods or that is a case of a cash, so that account must have to be credited, and as owner withdraw for personal use, that is a case of a drawings, so drawings account must have to be debited. So we have to record that in the form of a journal entry. The transaction is made on 25th April and the entry is drawings account debit to purchase account as goods withdraw, and the amount is 1000. So debit amount 1000, credit amount 1000. The narration is being goods taken for personal use. Then the next transaction that is made on 26th April, the transaction is bought land for rupees 50,000. It is a cash transaction, land purchase, land is asset, so asset comes into the business, so land account must be debited. As goods purchased or asset is purchased, cash comes into the business, as per real account, cash account credited. So the journal entry is land account debit to cash account. The amount is 50,000, being land purchased. Then the next transaction is made on 27th April. The transaction is purchased machinery for cash. Another asset is purchased for business, so that is machinery, and that is coming under real account. What comes into the business as per real account must be debited. So machinery account is debited. And as it is a case of a cash transaction, when purchased, cash goes out from the business, so cash account must have to be credited, and the amount is rupees 45,000. Machinery account debit to cash account, being machine purchased. Then the next is on 28th April, that is cash sale. So when sales is made in the form of a cash, that means cash comes into the business, and when sales is made, sales is a one type of a income, nominal account, sales account must be credited. So cash account debit to sales account. The amount is rupees 15,000, narration being cash sale. So this transaction complete. The next transaction is on 29th April. The transaction is cash purchase. So the reverse entry in the form of a cash sales. So when purchase means purchase account must be debited. As it is a case of a cash purchase, cash goes out from the business, so cash account must be credited. So the journal entry purchase account debit to cash account. The amount is 22,000 being cash purchase. And the last transaction, that is on 30th April, the transaction is bought furniture for proprietor's resident and paid cash for rupees 10,000. So as the furniture is purchased for proprietor residence, that means this is belongs to personal use for the owner, and it is a case of a drawings, and the cash goes out from the business means cash account is credited. So when goods purchased for personal use and that is used by the owner for its personal use, so that is a case of a drawings, and the drawings account must have to be debited. So drawings account debit as it affects to the business, and cash goes out from the business to cash account. So the amount is 10,000. So this is the journal entry, and the narration is being furniture purchased for personal use. So this is the journal entry or the preparation of a journal in the books of accounts as per the procedure or the guidelines for how to prepare the journal entry. In our next class, we will discuss different other problems relating to simple as well as compound journal entry. Till then, thank you. Bye bye.